Let's kind of go around and have our team introduce themselves. Debbie, you want to start?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Debbie Marcette. I'm an account executive here at Prolifics, and I've been here for about 25 years. I started out on the technical side and then moved into sales shortly thereafter. So I've been working with our Panther customers for a really long time. And I do want to take this opportunity to thank all of you as well, because I know all of you are longtime customers of ours. So we appreciate you continuing with the Panther product. And, you know, we like having these sessions so that we can show you new things, but we also welcome ideas that you may have, things that you guys might be looking to do to expand capabilities of your applications. So we always welcome any ideas and suggestions that you have, and we'll take a look at those and see if we can incorporate them.
Excellent, excellent. Ellen, you want to go ahead next, Ellen?
I can. My name is Alan McCormick. I've been with Prolifics for 17 years. I've been programming in Panther now for just over 20. I am one of their assigned developers outside of Prolifics, but I still enjoy the Panther product. It is fun to deal with on a daily basis.
Right. Glenn, did I miss you, Glenn?
That's okay. Hi, I'm Glenn. I think you all know who I am, so move on to somebody else.
Right. Go ahead, who's next? Suban? I don't think Eduardo.
Hi, yeah. I think Eduardo is not there. Yeah. Hi, this is Suban from German Panther Team.
Hello, everybody. This is Malika. I'm a Panther developer here.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ujjwal. I'm also a Panther developer.
Hi, everyone. This is Janish. I'm a Panther developer.
Hi, everyone. This is Nikita, and I'm also a Panther developer.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, team. You can tell lots of Panther developers here. So we've introduced ourselves. Let's have you, our customers, kind of take turns, you know, introduce yourselves, your company, and the country where you're at, because we've got such an interesting mix of folks here from different parts of the world. Draghi, you want to go ahead first, Draghi?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Draghi Raos from Largus, formerly from Formate. It's more or less the same company. We are working with and distributing Prolifics products for 20-something years. And we are still happy customers, and our customers are happy customers of Prolifics products. I'm from Croatia.
Croatia. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Andre, do you want to go next, Andre? Andre?
I'm struggling with my microphone. If you can hear me, I'm not sure.
We hear you, Andre.
All right. I'm Andre Gulev from ADL Data System. We've been a customer of Prolifics for some time. So, yeah, continue to enjoy it.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. And Marco?
Hi at all. I'm Marco. I represent a little textile company in Italy, in the north of Italy, in the mountain. I work with the Panther before Gem. I think 20 years ago we start to use your software, and I feel good with you.
Excellent. Thank you. And Mirhana, if I'm saying it right.
Hello, my name is Mirjana Krivac, and I'm working for SAPI Austria. I took the Panther project for some colleagues for several years ago.
All right, interesting. Thank you. And Raymond. Hi, Raymond.
Hello, this is Raymond Jones. I work for the state of Washington, DSHS, and we've used, we actually used Panther Jam years ago, and we used Panther. We've used the product since I think about the mid-90s, so long time. So,
yes.
Nice to meet you and everybody.
Thank you, Raymond. Did I miss any of our customers out? I think we got everyone, Suban? I think we did. We've got 2 more developers, Karti and Eduardo, join us. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
All right. So let's get going, because I did say we want to keep this to about 30 minutes or so. So, well, I think a couple of y'all here have not attended our coffee break sessions before. And the whole idea with having a quick 30-minute sync up every 3 or 4 months is just for customers to sync up with, like a meet and greet with the Panther team, know who we are, as well as be able to get an update from us as far as what we're working on. If there's a brand new feature that we're working on, we've released, or a bug fix that we've been working on, that's something we'll love to update you on. Along with, we're constantly innovating with Panther here. Panther with third-party products. So if we come up with a major innovation, that's something we will share with you on calls like this. Another reason is for you to ask any questions you like. Honestly, it's just we're pretty open here. If it's something that we can handle during the call, we will respond. If it's something we need to, get on a different call, we will, get with you. And of course, we've got Debbie here, who's our account executive. She can answer a lot of the other questions off and online. All right, so let's see what we have on our menu today. You get that menus, coffee break menu? I thought it was pretty genius coming up with a menu. All right, so item 1 on our menu has to do with folks that could be thinking about moving to the web, or if you currently have a Panther Web application. I'd like to show you what we've done with our Spider application. Some of you on this call have used Spider. Spider is our ticketing system built with Panther Web. So I kind of want to show you we've kind of freshened it up the last month, and also talk about the history of Spider, how it evolved, where did it come from. We'll spend a couple of minutes on that. Then Glenn Silverberg will come in and talk about this brand new grid frame feature, bug 38995 for Windows. He'll also give you a little bit of information about Windows 11, and that's due to release in next month, if I'm mistaken. All right. Spider evolution. This is the URL to Spider, profapps.prolifics.com. And it's been around for about 15 years, folks. So we have a Spider app. It's called Spider. It's built with Panther Web. And I'll show you Spider in a minute, but just a little history here. So customers may log OPRs as we know it, or help desk tickets for the Panther team through Spider. Now, Spider started off as a character mode application. Yes, well, not Gem 5, but Gem 7 in the 1990s. And we've actually upgraded the platform from Solaris to Ubuntu. And now what we've done with Spider is we've taken a subset of this character mode application and migrated it to the web. So let me give you a preview of what I'm talking about. This is Spider. Oh, someone's waiting in the lobby. Did you let him in, Suban? Okay, sorry. So, hi Jeffrey. All right, so this is Spider, and okay, look at green, fresh, new look, guys. So from our research, green is a great color for your first page of your website. It shows growth, it shows, earthiness. So we picked the color green. We've got a cool logo out there. Very clean, neat, modern. And honestly, this look compared to our previous look took us about 2 days to freshen up, compared to a character mode or a client-side application. So My point being that freshening up a web application it really requires way less time, way less effort. Right now, if you've never used Spider or you like to test drive Spider, let me know and I'll provide you with credentials to log into Spider. So I'm going to log in. Logging in here. And once I log in, I will be able to see any open tickets for this particular customer. So this customer has got 2 open tickets that are active. You're able to update the ticket information or view the actual OPR content. So let me view the OPR contents. All right, again, this is a new look. All right, we've got the customer information in one column. We've got the OPR information that's separated into different divisions. There's a product involved, attached bugs, and it's collapsible, very nice looking. And then we've got the history of the OPR. I can scroll up and down and view the history of the OPR. Let me show you what it looked like about a month ago. This is what this screen looked like a month ago. Customer information up on top, horizontal. Sure, you know, it's all right, a lot of wasted space, I would say. Summary, description, and the OPR history. Okay, so we took all that. In fact, this transformation was done in about half a day, going from this to this. But what was it like 20 years ago? Let me show you what it looked like 20 years ago. And we still use this today. So this is our character mode version of Spider. It's called Copter, C-O-P-T-E-R. This is the same OPR. In fact, this is what we use internally. Hey, it works. It works for us. And it's just the internal support folks that use this. So when you contact us with an OPR, we actually log this OPR. Well, if you log it through Spider, it appears here. But if you email us or give us a call, we'll open up the OPR through Copter. It's a character mode application running on Ubuntu. It initially started off as running on Solaris with Jam 7, and we migrated this to Panther 5.53 running on Ubuntu. So we are able to look at the default information of the OPR description. We double click here, I can scroll down and look at the history of the OPR, identical to what we see here on the right, folks, identical. So what we did is we took a subset of the functionality of this character mode 25 year at least, 25-year application, and we migrated it to the web. And I can honestly say that the business logic, the SQL, the JPL is very identical. Nothing had to be changed on the back end. So this is doable. Those of you thinking about moving to the web but hesitant because of skill or lack of HTML or JavaScript development skill, this is doable. Taking it from this, and this is about I would say about 89 or so screen application, and we've got several different internal applications. In fact, that use one for our porting, one for bugs, one for licensing. That all use that they're all sitting here in the character mode application, but we've basically migrated just one of them because it just made sense to us to do so. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, Debbie Marsette's here on the call. You can reach out to her or me. We can evaluate, look at your application, and see what it might take to take you to the web. And another thing I also want to point out is Spider, our ticketing application here. If there's an interest in your company needing a ticketing or help desk type of application, we will be happy to build one for you. You can even use ours. So we're open to any conversation that may result in you using our ticketing system. Any questions? I kind of wanted to stop here, ask questions before we move on to Glenn's talk about his new feature. No questions.
Do we have access to Bugsy content here?
Yes, you do.
If it is alive still. Yeah.
Yes, you do. It is. You kind of have to know the bug number, though. Yeah, you kind of have to know the bug number. That's Bugsy is defects. So you want to put in the bug number or a keyword. I've seen issues with this though. That's something that's on our plate to fix, but it is accessible.
Meaning, can we search for? I mean, can we see whether our problem is already known problem?
Yes and no. It's a little buggy. This part is a little buggy. So, like I said, it's something. Actually, Malika is on the call. She's actually working on kind of fixing some of those backend issues. Yeah, I would like for y'all to be able to just search the keyword list box here, or push button, or a control string, and look at all the bugs associated with that. That would be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Right. There are no questions. I will move over to Mr. Glenn Silverberg. There you go, Glenn. It's all
Hi, everybody. So I'm really excited to talk about some stuff we've been working on since the release of Panther 5.53. So we have now support for checklists in grid frames. And this was something that a few of you on the call have asked us about in the past. So I was very happy to implement this for you. This is a single patch that also includes some changes to how we handle cell text within the grid frame. We now do a vertical centering of the cell text if we have columns that have different font sizes, making cells taller than the text in a particular cell. We now can center that text, and we can also wrap the text within the cell if the height of the cell is tall enough to permit wrapping. So I'll show you that next. I'm just going to share my desktop.
Did you want to talk about Windows 11 right now?
Yes. Let me talk about Windows 11. Let me well, I'll just, I don't know if you saw the slide, but let me talk about Windows 11. In the last year or so, we've been working a lot on changes for the Panther desktop for Windows applications. And we've been trying to make them, improve the look and feel. And coincidentally, Microsoft has been doing the exact same thing. Windows 11 actually does quite a lot to bridge the gap between how older or applications developed with older Windows technologies will look on Windows 11. So you can actually see that if you were to, we have a beta version of Windows 11 on one of our VMs, which we've been looking at for a few weeks. There are some issues with Panther that we're working out. There will be a patch in the next few weeks for those issues. But if you look at Windows 11's, say, settings dialog, which mixes in some control panels, rather settings app, which mixes in some control panel dialogues, you'll see that they actually come together a little bit more coherently than in Windows 10. And that's because I think Microsoft has been working to achieve that by improving the look of some of these older applications. So I think you're going to be very happy with how your Panther applications are going to look on Windows 11 with the patch we're going to provide in the next few weeks. So, I was really happy to see that myself. So let me move on now. Am I sharing my desktop?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so this is the Panther editor running on Windows 10. I already have a grid frame widget with a checklist within it. So even though it looks just like a bunch of checkboxes, there's actually a grid frame here. I just wanted to show how it could be made to look just like, not even see the grid frame on this. Now, if I go into test mode on this, I can select these items. I'm not holding down the control key like I would be doing on a normal selection style list box. I'm just clicking. If I click the box in the header, it selects everything. If I unclick it, everything is deselected. If I check all of them manually, then the box gets checked at the top in the header. So I'm going to show you quickly how this is constructed. Let me go down and first select this initial text so that I could reproduce this a little bit more easily for you. Copy to my clipboard. Let me create a new grid frame. I'm going to create a new list box. You can just drop it in there. I just did it this way. Let me put in the initial text that I had before. Now if I drop this in the grid frame, you can see that under the list box type, which is a select any style list box, you also have, of course, the action list box where you would attach a control string to one of the items. So we've added this kind of, looks like a sub property here. It's called checklist. If I select it to yes, or change it to yes, you can see it added the boxes. Let me move that up a little bit higher so you can see it. And this will function right now. It's really just a selection style list box. It's just painted differently with these check boxes. Now the other new thing in this, and this was actually suggested by my wife, to have this box at the header to be able to select and deselect everything. You've probably seen that on on eBay or some other checklists that you've seen online. So we have a column click action property, which was always available. And it's normally we would just have the sort option, or you could have a custom column click option. We've added the select all feature. So when you choose that, you get the box in the header. As you can see, I've also got a title here. I've removed the scroll bars, but let me just continue with showing you. I'm going to delete this one so I can show you the other feature that we've got. Now, by the way, you've got the option. You treat it just like a selection list box. You can put it in a group. You can make it a 1 or 0 selections, whatever you like. It's just like a selection style list box, only it displays with the check boxes. Now, if I were to create actually, let me increase the font on this guy so I can show you the next thing I want to show you. I'll make it Times New Roman, point size. I'm going to make it kind of big, make it 24. Now, if I then add in, I'm going to add in a dynamic label, and I'm going to change the font on the dynamic label to be a point size that's smaller. Make it 10. Now, if I were to then put initial text in here, it's a label. I'm going to go up to the label. Actually, what I need to do is first make this a little bit wider, I think. I wasn't able to type all of it because I didn't make it wide enough. Do that. And now if I go into test mode, you can see that it's now vertically centered. In the old, without the patch, you'll see that at the top of that first cell. If I narrow this down, we can wrap this text. It's still accessible as a single, it's not a multi-line text widget, it's still a single line, but we can wrap it now. And it'll wrap to as many lines as there's room to fit. Anything that doesn't fit will be cut off. We can do the same sort of thing with the single line text widget. Make this a little bigger. And see if I can show you that. We'll go into test mode. Actually, I didn't change the font. I have to change the font size on this to make it smaller. We'll make it say 10 again. And now go into test mode. If I type in here, apples are a tasty treat. I didn't spell that right, whatever. As I'm typing, you can see we're scrolling horizontally. However, if I tab out of this, we wrap it. That's the way we've implemented this, and you can actually, again, you can, if you stretch that back out, it'll be unwrapped, and if I narrow it down, it'll be wrapped. If I make it too narrow, it'll get cut. It'll cut off the text when it's too narrow, but the text is still there. I can bring it back out, and there's the whole line of text. So that's basically this feature that you get with this new patch, and we have a patch already built for Panther 5.53. If you need it for an older version, we can probably do that too. Just let us know. Amrith, pass it back on to you.
Right.
Hip hip hooray!
Sorry, did someone say something?
Yes, I said hip hip hooray. I asked for this a long time ago. I'm thrilled.
That's Jeff.
Glenn, can I ask you a question? Column B, was that also single line text?
What was the question again?
What was column B? Column C, you said you're making a single line test. What's column B?
Oh, I'm sorry. Column B was the dynamic label. So there's basically three types of widgets that can go in a grid frame. There's a list box, a dynamic label, and a single line text widget. And by the way, the list box text can wrap as well if the list depends on font sizes of columns. But these checkboxes, you might have thought we would do this as checkbox array, but we did it as a list box. So it was simpler to do it that way, and I think it works out really well to do it as a style of list box.
Okay, can I ask you two questions?
Yeah.
Line 6 has a checkbox even though there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's just the way it's implemented, because it would be if you had this is an allocated element of the Panther array, so there would normally be something. It's actually an actual allocated element. If it was no allocated element, there would be no box. But this actually has a use case, because you might want to just have just the boxes.
Yes, I was going to ask
in a column.
Right, I would just want boxes, and because if you do it this way, you can't have a checkbox and a sort on that column. It's either a checkbox or a sort, correct?
Right, that is correct.
Checkboxes, you'd make a column without any text on the left, and then you'd have the rest of the column sorted, and it would work great.
Right, so that was something I considered, and that's why I left it so that you could have boxes without any text next to it. You can also do, I didn't show this, but you can also have the row striping, which is kind of like a bounce bar. That'll do the reverse video on the entire row, including the box,
okay.
So that'll work. You can remove the grid lines. It'll all work.
Okay. Now you talked about the vertical centering. We still don't have. We can horizontally justify either left or right. There is no center justify, correct?
That is correct. I thought about doing that. I could do it, but that was I didn't get to everything yet. So that may come at some point.
Much. Do you have code for how to find out which rows are checked that you could provide?
Yes. We do.
Well, you use the selected property of the widget, right? It has a property, and so just like your normal list box, the selected property, or if it's in a group, you can reference it by the using the group name and the occurrence number, right?
Okay.
Jeff.
Okay.
I can share.
Like a regular selection style list box or group if you put it in a group.
Okay, I'm signing up for that. Thank you.
Sure.
No problem. Thanks, Jeff.
And if there are any problems, you get back to us and I will fix them.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that. Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions?
If I remember correctly, the patch is available for 5.5.3 and probably will be, of course, in 5.5.4, and it probably can be made for earlier versions, right?
Probably. The older we go back, the harder it is to do. But I think off the top of my head, I don't see too much difficulty in supporting some older versions. The grid frame actually comes as a DLL, if you remember. So the patch would include the DLL and the export library to link with if you're linking in your own relinking the application yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have one customer who is very fond of old versions, but I will try to talk them out of it.
I prefer if everybody uses it. Less work for me if everybody uses the latest version, but we continue to try to, as you know, try to support all the versions we've ever released, including the ones that were out of end of life back in the 90s, and we said these were end of life. Well, they're no longer end of life. Everything is supported that if you're paying for support.
You recently did some heroic efforts for one of our banking customers. Yes.
I wish you could see the smile on my face that you have this feature now. It's like, Glenn, are you really at the beach now? Is that a fake background?
It's a beach background. I just picked something somewhere where I'd like to be. So.
Right.
Doing this great work, stay at the beach and do it there. Great.
I know. Great. All right, everyone. If there are no questions, thank you so much for joining our call. Till we speak on email or till our next coffee break. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.